Welcome back. Okay, this is probably what you guys meant, that Michael's gonna have an interesting time with these matchups. Um, I've never seen this before. This is a three. Oh, no. Go back. Go back. All right, looks like the other one's done. This is a 2v2v2, three teams. Oh man, this is interesting. This is kind of like a free-for-all map because you got to play almost like the political game. It's like, well, if this guy attacks this guy, or if I attack this guy, then the other guy may attack into me, and then I'm fighting 2v1. But then, I could just wait for the other guy to attack the other guy, and then I can attack him while he's not looking. And then it's like, wait, but then, oh my gosh, and then I'm assuming there's still fog of war, so you don't know if they're fighting or not. Oh my gosh, I love this. This is so hard to strategize against. You don't know what to do. Anyways, without further ado, we have Larry as the Rootin' Tootins in the blue. Then you have, I'm assuming this is Jake. This is Jake McKean as the Dravidians, not on the land, or not on the water. So that should be an interesting time. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Then we have Leo the Hobo, aka Jono, as the red. That should be easy to remember because he usually goes red. Taylor, welcome back with his usual color. He's got the light green, or not, sorry, light blue, baby blue, as the Hindustanis. So we have the Hindustanis and we have the Spanish. Bold move, I just realized. Larry and Jake, not either one of them going the Spanish. Wonder if that was intentional. Then you have Jeff as green. Okay, Jeff is green as the Gajaras. Again, looks like he really liked them. And then we have Joel as the Rootin' Tootins. Let me look at this real quick. Alright, Gajaras. Are they really that good? I don't think I've ever really used them. Do they have good trash? I don't see that they have any special bonuses for trash, so I guess it just works out. Anyways. Yeah, Joel is the Tootins. I don't think I've ever seen Joel go the Tootins, so that's really interesting. Alright, so we got 5 minutes to treaty drop. Let's look at people's strategies. Okay, so Larry's always really good. He's got vision. Okay, so he's got these outposts everywhere, so he can try and respond. Just people have got to pay attention. I think, I don't know. I mean, these walls are skinny enough, or these line of trees are skinny enough that you could technically see people just either gathering. I don't see walls on this team. Larry and Jake are going the traditional Michi wall route. Trade is going to be interesting, so they decided to try and use... Oh, this is dangerous. Oh, that is dangerous, and you can see it from the outpost. Oh no! That's gonna be dangerous, because I guarantee you that with these outposts, I mean, Larry should see with these outposts that these are visible. Okay, maybe, I think Larry did finally see that, and he's like, hey, I can see the outposts, he can see these. This is not a great idea, because that is, technically, you could just get some trebuchets here, and boom, they're gone. Trade eliminated. Onagers, boom, straight in. Alright, so this is a good idea. So there's that. Do they have it going both ways? They do not have it going both ways. Let's look at this team. Okay, so they have trade. Honestly, I kind of want Larry and Jake got the short end of the straw with trade, because their side of the map, they have this little corner just not conducive. Let's see, Jeff and Joel have it better. They have a longer route of trade. Except, where's all their trade going to? Going and ending right here. Okay, so they're not fully taking advantage of all their space, but probably just be the more conservative route, which is fine. Taylor and Jono, though, holy cow, they have an entire side of the map for trade. Like, that is unreal. They're gonna have so much gold compared to everyone else. So in the long game, this team is sitting pretty. So yeah. If I'm gonna make a guess right now on which team is gonna win, Jeff and Joel are a good pick. That's a good team. Larry Jake is a good team. Taylor, I like the way these teams are split. I got a little bit to decide. If I had to choose, I think I'm gonna go with Taylor and Jono just because of their trade. As long as, well, this matchup scares me because you have Jake. He's just getting ready. Jake likes to cut, and he likes to cut early. Jono likes to cook. Once Jono cooks, he's a force. But in the beginning, he takes a while to get cooking. He doesn't have his walls upgraded yet. Tree drop is officially over. All right, so I'm going to go to military view. Yeah, Jake is getting ready. He's already got his upgraded onagers. He could technically cut right now, and this is just kind of open for pickings. Jono's got nothing. Let's look over here. Okay, so Larry's got all of this, getting ready. Yeah, as long as Jake does not cut into here, I think this team wins. That's going to be my guess. That's going to be my pick. Oh yeah, well, let's see what happens. All right, so he's going the Dravidians. I mean, they do have good siege. He's doing these Rumi swordsmen. I don't know what's special about them. But I guess we'll find out. All right, let's see. Larry, Castle Master. Okay, who's cutting? Who's cutting? Okay, we have Taylor. Taylor coming off right off the bat. He's cutting in the middle. Very interesting tactic. Is he trying to just connect both of them? Trying to get them to fight each other? Taylor, you... Oh, you dirty dog. Do it. Cut him. Make him connect. Is he just trying to eliminate all the trees in between those two teams? Taylor, you're devious. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see how this actually turns out. Okay, so he's just... Alright, you got the Rumi Swordsman. Alright, so... All three teams are technically have a tunnel to them. Alright, so Jake... Wonder what Jake's thinking. He's like, hey, is he just gonna go to Taylor? Is he gonna go into... is he gonna go into Jeff? Doesn't... Okay, so...
Yeah?
Larry is getting ready for someone to cut into him, so he's got that. Or maybe this is just defensive. He's like, no one's gonna cut right there. That's where our trade. Let's focus somewhere else. Jake is coming in with Larry. They have a pretty strong military presence right off the bat. Jake is doing his thing, building bombard towers. Yep, and castles. So it looks like it's really just the north team. So you have Larry and Jake, basically just against Taylor right now. And Jake is coming off very strong. Jake had a really solid military built up from the get-go. Let's look over here. So Jono's still cooking. If Taylor can hold off the oncoming threat long enough, I think Jono could cut into here and do some damage. But we'll see. I don't know if they want to do any side cuts with three teams against each other. Alright, doesn't look like any ground is being made right now. Oh, this is where all the camels went. Okay, so Taylor is holding back Jake while attacking Jeff. I don't know if this is the smartest move, trying to take on two teams at once, but look, Larry is not going after Taylor. Larry is exploring Jeff and Joel. Okay, let's look. Joel has got serious walls going. He's got a ton of siege. Maybe they're thinking the same thing, like, hey, just no one should cut over here. Larry's exploring. Larry's sending as many troops as he can. Let's see. Jake is doing it. Jake is cutting into Joel. I think Joel is somewhat prepared. He doesn't have a military, but he's got military buildings. Joel is the not Joel. Jono, my bad. Lots of J's. This is Jono. Okay, so here comes Jake. Alright, let's see how that turns out. Then we got Larry here. So Larry and Jake are coming off very, very strong from the get-go. Larry came off pretty strong, but he was only him. He didn't have Jono backing him up. So Taylor's really... He's trying to house Jeff. Oh, Jeff's got a lot of troops right here, but they're in the inside of his gate, which is interesting. No one's got anything over here. Alright, so all of Jeff's military is in this corner. So I wonder if he was planning on cutting into Taylor right there. Maybe, I mean, maybe their strategy was like, hey, we're gonna let them kill each other. We're gonna react. We're not gonna do anything but just react. Alright, so Jake is coming in. Ooh, this is not looking great. Alright, so Jono, he's getting all of his stables cut into, he's destroyed very, very, very early. Jake is coming in with a lot of siege. This is not looking good for that team. Man, so Larry also came into Jeff. Taylor has now pivoted away from his destruction of Jeff's houses to try and get rid of a little bit of Larry. It looks like Larry's just really distracting. Larry's got some trebuchets just because, again, this is just super, super close. Both sides have bombard cannons, just like, I dare you to cut into me. I do not see a big Joel presence. Joel's got a couple troops right here. Larry's trying to just slowly kind of cut a wall. So he realizes not any defenses. Taylor has now pivoted to try and attack Larry, probably because Jake is just waltzing into Jono, basically uncontested. He's taking out all of his military. He's got a few She's workshops. He's trying to build some barracks. Jake is going crazy right now. This is looking like a 2v1 right now because Larry is taking on Taylor, and Jake looks like he's just basically alone. He's just going at it. Jono's trying his best. Jono's trying to build as many troops as he can. But Jake is a force. He's got a lot of siege. He's taking out all these military buildings super, super quick. Larry's now starting to work his way into Taylor. Yeah, this is not great. I wonder what Jeff and Joel's plan is. This makes me very curious if they're gonna end up winning just because they're sitting back. They're like, okay, we're just gonna sit back and just see what happens. I want to see Jeff. Oh, there was a cut. Oh, I totally missed this. Oh, never mind. They are not passive at all. Jeff's like, hey, we're gonna capitalize on Larry going after Taylor, and we're gonna also go after Taylor. So Jeff cut in. He has busted through the wall. He is taking out their trade. So their long trade is not really benefiting anybody because this is the first trade to get cut into. Oh, this is bad. This is bad news. Larry, you're a monster. Your team, just both sides cutting in, and then Jeff is capitalizing. At the same time, though, Larry is seeing this. Or I don't know if he does see this or not because you can't see it. Okay, so Jeff. I think Jeff, what going through Larry's mind is, okay, you got Jake. Jake is putting a hurt on Jono. So while they're being hurt, actually Jono is coming back in a huge way. I thought Jake was going to be in here a lot longer, but Jono has actually started to build a military pretty quickly. He's building siege. He's taking out all these, trying to take out all these bombard cannons. He's got the paladins. Jono, looks like Jono is getting ready to fend off. Okay, so Taylor has done a really good job at fending off both Larry and Jeff. So, especially because Larry has now pivoted away from Taylor and is now going after Jeff. So I think that might have been a mistake for Jeff to really pivot against Taylor, because Taylor was occupied with Larry. Alright, so because now Jeff is fighting 2v1. He's got Larry over here in the top side of his base. He's got Taylor going up the cut that he just made. He's got a lot of camels against a lot of hussars. It's not a great matchup. He hasn't quite broken through, but it looks like he's going to any second. Their trade is still very, very long, so they can rebuild their trade and get their trade up and running super quick. Yeah, but now Jeff it's looking like it's hurting. Joel is still fortifying this area a ton. I think probably those defenses could be used better down here. But Joel is responding. He's helping out Jeff as much as he can. He's got some good units. He's got all the helps. Let's see. Is Taylor going to build any more honors to try and cut around? I don't think so. I mean, this gate is almost done. He's going to be through any second. Larry has already busted through. Okay, so Larry's through. Larry is everywhere, all over Jeff, and then Taylor's knocking at his door. Check what time it is real quick. Okay, I'm good. Yeah, Jeff is really scared right now, I'm assuming. Let's look back over here. Okay, so Taylor has pivoted a little bit to kind of help Jono out. Jono is starting to recover a little bit. He's starting to push back against Jake. Jake has now swapped 2 heavy scorpions from his onagers, and he's all in on these who are my swordsmen. All right, so this is okay. So we stopped the bleeding. We're kind of holding. Looks like Taylor does not have a threat anymore from Larry, but he is ready in case it does. Let's look back down here. Okay, so Larry's all over Jeff. Taylor has finally broken through, so now he's all over Jeff. This is not looking good for that team. Yeah, I think this cut was aggressive, but man, I gotta hand it to Jono and Taylor because they were getting cut into by 2 different people, and they responded very well, extremely well. Especially Jono. Man, Jono had like nothing when Jake cut in, but he held on there. And then Taylor responded very well to Jeff. I have to say, from doing all these rewatches, I've noticed a pattern. it seems like the people to cut straight in, typically the first initial cut in does not go as well. Like you would think, oh hey, this guy got in early. Usually they get kicked out, so like it's almost like they get overconfident, and then they get kicked out, and then the other team comes back in a huge way. That doesn't always happen. It seems like that happens a lot. Because last game, Jeff got in early, and it just devastated the whole game. But in a lot of these Michi maps, it seems like it goes the other way around. Because like this Jeff, his cut that came right in, Taylor's now going right back out, and it's like really backfiring. Jake got in early, boom, but didn't do enough quick enough. Jono recovered, and boom, right up the gullet again. He's got a lot of siege to counteract him. Yeah, so this is interesting as this is going. Okay, so Larry and Joel are trying to take out, Jeff and Joel are trying to take out Larry from building on their side of the trees. Let's look back over here. Looks like, yeah, they're very much staying away from each other over here. Very prepared. Jake and Jono still going at it. Alright, so Joel is trying to fend off Larry in the north. It looks like they're actually doing a really good job. Alright, so Jeff has come back in a big way. He's pivoted away from trash and has now gone to camels, which Gajara camels are really, really good. They do a lot of bonus. They do extra bonus damage. So they are very lethal against cavalry. So if it's Gajara camels against Hindustani camels, which are already big, maybe it's a wash, maybe not. Maybe the Gajara camels are better at taking away cavalry. Or these are better all-purpose camels. I don't know. Jeff is castle drumming into Taylor within reach of the trade. That is a crazy move. And then, oh my gosh, this is a huge camel fight. Jeff is coming in with bombard cannons. Maybe I take it back. Maybe that was a good cut, Jeff. I mean, maybe it wasn't good timing because you had Larry on top, but Larry has now pivoted. Oh, this is what happened. Okay, so Jono was starting to be scary, as Jono late game usually is. So Larry has now pivoted away, and he's trying to help Jake out a little bit. Looks like, oh no, so Taylor is still trying to come in, but he's trying to come in from the north side with some siege elephants. Joel is there. This is a lot of green. Okay, so Jeff is, he is really pouring in. There is a hole. I don't know if I necessarily see that a lot of troops got in, maybe a little bit. The light blue really blends in with that green. But they do have a hole. Oh, there we go. Okay, so they are in their trade. Oh no, they got a lot of trade right there, but their initial market here is dead. Let's see, Larry's here. Jono is becoming a force. Larry has come, he's trying to pivot everybody to help Jake, because yeah, Jono's rolling now. Because all Jake has is siege and infantry, and Jono is like, okay, I'll see your siege and infantry with bombard cannons and hand cannons. That's a good rock paper scissors match right there. Yeah, Larry's trying to do as much as he can. Oh, they're running out of gold. They have he just pinged their trade. Larry and Jake's trade is very blocked up right now. Yeah, they're rolling. Okay, so going back down to here, Jeff. Oh, Jeff is doing dirty things to Taylor right now. I wonder if Taylor's like, no, Jono's good. Yeah. Okay. Maybe we should start using the Gajaras more, because they have bombard cannons. They have really, really good camels against. If it's against someone primarily cavalry, then they're really good counter. Yeah, he's starting to make his way over there. Their trade is not looking great right now. Jeff he's got villagers here. What are you doing with these villagers, Jeff? Curious. He's building stables. Okay, so he is building another base in Taylor's base. It's very ballsy. I see a lot of orange here. Oh, there's a hole in the wall. I do not see. Oh, here. Whoa, that's a lot of backed up trade right now. It is not great. They got to do something about that quick. That's probably why Jake started to pull back a little bit. The trade probably got clogged up. He's like, oh, what happened to all my gold? I wonder if this hole was actually made or if this was actually deleted just to get basically a quick gate in. But it looks like Jake is starting to push back with the help of Larry just a little bit against Jono. Let's see how Taylor is faring. Taylor is now facing the full onslaught of Jeff and Joel, which is very scary. Both of those are really big players to go against. Taylor's not looking great. His gold is running out. He's swapping to a lot of trash. Ooh, this is not looking good for Taylor's team. Taylor and Jono. This is looking better for Jeff and Joel now that they've kind of recovered. Looks like they're only having to fight one person. Larry and Jake look like they're only having to fight one person. So basically it looks like the top team, which is Larry and Jake, all against Jono. And then you have the bottom team, Joel and Jeff, all against Taylor. So this team is really getting hit hard right now from both sides. Yeah, okay, so Jake is now in. He's recovered. He's got Larry to help him out. I think that might be it for that team. He's not looking great. Actually, against my original theory, Taylor was the first one to cut. And I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I'm just looking at just statistically how games end up from the person who originally cuts. Very interesting. Let's see, we got Larry. Yeah, Larry and Jake are rolling over Jono. I do see a little bit of Joel. I mostly see Jeff. What is Joel doing? Oh, Joel's got a good future mind. He's like, hey, all right, so eventually we're gonna have to take on Larry. So I think that's what he's getting ready for. He's like, okay, so Jake and Larry are very much against Jono right now. You know, we're taking it to Taylor. I think Taylor might be able to come back now that Joel is gone, like doing the 1v1 against Jeff, maybe. Because now that Joel's preoccupied here, I'm wondering what if they're, you know, is their strategy to be like, okay, while Larry's distracted, are we going to cut into Larry and give Joel a chance to kind of recover and take it against Jake to kind of help us out? But yeah, this three-way like battle, there's so many different ways you can go about it, but it doesn't look like Joel is trying to go in after Larry. Look like he's bypassing Larry. He's just using the top cut to come in on Taylor from the north side. All while, but I don't think it's even necessary. I mean, Jake is taking out Jono. I mean, if Jono is dead, Taylor's at a huge disadvantage because he doesn't have any trade. I am wondering if Joel should actually cut into Taylor. Or sorry, into Larry. Because then Jake will just, he'll probably just be focused on taking out Jono and finishing him off. And then if Jeff can kind of just keep Taylor occupied, once Jono is dead, Taylor's at a huge disadvantage. So if Jeff can just basically just keep him occupied, they could go in. I wonder if that'll work. Oh, there's so many different things you can do. This is crazy. Alright, so yeah, Jake is everywhere. He's got a lot of infantry. He's got a lot of siege. Jono is doing it the best he can. He's rebuilding all of his military buildings to try and go at it. This trade is basically dead. Like, Taylor and Jono have no trade. Very, very dangerous. Oh, no you didn't. Okay. Was that an Onager, or is that trebuchets just slowly taking around trees? Because I know trebuchets can take down a tree. That is interesting if they actually cut in right here. That would be devastating. What he should do, he should actually see that all this is, he should start cutting right here, which is maybe what he's starting to do. Okay, here's an Onager. I'm curious to see if that actually happens. Alright, so Joel has now gone through the cut into Taylor and Jono's base, and then up through Jake's cut into Jake. I think he saw somehow that this was open. Maybe he's trying to kill this faster than those guys can build. Is he going to do it? Is he going to do it? Is he going to do it? He's going to do it! Alright, so Joel's in. Joel is into Jake's base. He is starting to plunge. Probably just to scout, just to see what they're up against. That is interesting. I like that tactic, Joel. Love to see it. Alright, let's see down here. Jeff is still playing against Taylor. He's definitely winning this. I mean, they've got to be completely out of gold. They really basically have no trade. Jono is basically all wiped out. I wonder if Jake is actually going to start pivoting now that Joel's in his base. Alright, they're still, no, okay. So Jake is closing that up. Jake is still sending troops over to Jono, though. Let's see, you got Jeff here. He's
Hey,
got some
sir.
builders. I really want Joel to cut right here. I think that would be awesome. That would really shake everything up a bit. I'm going to fast forward a little bit because I don't want to run out of time. Okay, so Taylor has officially resigned. So is Jono. That, yeah, I saw that one coming, which is bad. That's the team I picked, and that was the last one. That was the first one to go out. So, well, I'm not really good at that judgment, I guess. Alright, so you have Joel. Let's actually look. Okay, so Joel is going up Jake's cut. And I think that's where he wants to fight. I don't know. Okay, Larry's now getting ready for round 2 against Joel. Oh, Joel is gonna do it. Yes! Joel, you monster. You beautiful monster. If he can wait, if Jeff can attack here, if they can start this fight right here, and have Larry and Jake's all their attention right here, then I want Joel to cut. That would be super great. He's got a lot of Teutonic Knights there. Looks like Jake is more, he's still trying to finish off Taylor, which I don't know why he's sending more troops there. They've already resigned. Unless, and Joel still's got troops over here. I don't know why he's bothering with them either. I mean, they're basically dead. Let's look back over here. He's still getting ready. He's not quite doing it yet. He's got monks? Joel, you have monks? Very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so Larry's trying to take off Jeff. And it looks like there's just a very small hole here. Let's see if Larry actually opens it up. No. Actually, so what I'm actually going to do... Alright, so we're still getting ready. It doesn't seem like much is going on. There's a lot of paladins over here in Jake's base. I wonder if Larry sees them or not. Let's see. Okay, so Joel... Alright, so Jake is going around through the dead person's base, the dead team's base. Looks like he's pivoting. Oh no, don't pivot these houses. Teutonic Knights and crossbowmen. Not a great idea. Alright, so it looks like they're trying to 2v1 right there. Oh, Joel, you're getting ready to do something nasty. Alright, I don't see... Okay, so Jake's got some elephants here. He could probably move down. He's got some siege and infantry slowly starting to move down. Jeff is... I mean, he's just trying to throw whatever he can. It looks like Joe's sending a few troops. Oh, Joe still hasn't done it. He's just slowly starting to build. Send him, Joel. Send him. He was just waiting for the right time. Alright, so here comes Larry with some siege. Joel's down here. Joel's trying to build some more military buildings to respond a little bit better. Looks like it's kind of a stalemate so far, but this is really a 2v1. Oh, I guess it's not a 2v1. I see a little bit of Jake down here. But I don't see Jake actively sending, like, building and sending military down as far as I can see. Do it, Joel. Do it. I want to see it. Let's see. Alright, so Larry basically by himself. He's doing really well. He's taking out a lot of buildings. Joel's responding a little bit. Jake's got a few troops in there. Jake's starting to send more infantry. Joel, we need you. Do it. Do it. No, don't go that way. Go this way. You have an onager. Go this way. I mean, I guess that works too. Just don't let your onager get picked off. Go, go, go. Alright, so Jeff is like, I'll hold. Do it, Joel. Do it. Alright, so he has officially cut through. He is through. Let's see the villagers. Villagers are there. They're trying to just wall off as much as they can. Here comes Joel's ready. He's got a ton of trebs. Oh, he's got a lot of scout cavalry. That's interesting. Did he run out of gold? I have no idea. Alright, so now Jake is starting to come down. He's got his elite elephant archers. They're starting to fall a little bit, but eventually they're going to have to pivot because Joel's going to be a force to be reckoned with right now. Looks like he's lost a lot of his siege because Larry does have a lot of bombard cannons. Larry is a master at stopping people from cutting into him with those bombard cannons. I would know because it happens all the time. I guess I'm starting to talk faster because now if it's moving on faster, I gotta go. I'm gonna run out of time before I can't do this right now. Alright, so looks like Jake is now starting to fully take on Jeff. So now this is a Jeff versus Jake. And this is a Larry versus Joel. Let's see who wins out this fight. All right, so we got a trebuchet. I would target this right here. Target this. You know, people can start to get in. I guess the castle's a good idea to fix. All right, Jake is rolling. Because Larry's down here as well, so Jeff's having to fight basically a 2v1 down here. Let's see if they actually get through. No. Man, Larry's doing a really, really good job at holding that. Is he going to get through? I mean, he's got only one trebuchet. Okay, here comes 2 more. Trying to get through. Jake is rolling. Jake's got a ton of bombard cannons. This is not going to be long before they fall or they get a hole in this wall. Let's look over here. It does not look like that's going to happen. I really wanted him to cut right here. Alright, yep, there's officially a hole in the wall. Jake is trying to plunge through it. Is he going to do it? Yep, he's got a few troops through. Let's slow this down a little bit more. Alright, there's 2 holes in the wall. Let's see, we have... got those riders. I don't know what those are. Are those like technically scout cavalry? Alright, so we got here. Joel did not get in. Larry has successfully defended against Joel. I'm curious if he actually just took an onager and went that way. Looks like he's trying to go down and take out some military buildings, but I don't think that's going to be a great idea. Larry is now plunging in. Jake is just, yeah, Jake, once Jake came, now he's starting to plunge through. Jake late game is really scary. I do not think this is going to take much longer. Alright, so there goes Larry. Joel's still trying. He's trying to go up this hole. I mean, maybe he's not done. I think he's done trying to actually get in right here. I think he's just trying to send some troops to get rid of these military buildings. Let's go back down here. I see a little bit of Larry right here. He's trying to take out a town center with 1 paladin, but he's got a lot more over here. They're doing a pretty good job at keeping him out. I don't see that they're just like running amok everywhere. I think since Larry's attention is divided up here, eventually those lumberjacks are going to cut through, but we'll see how long it takes. Joel now has brought a lot of bombard cannons. Man, that did not last long. Larry was really good at microing these. Oh, so close. Go. You can do it. You can do it, Joel. Nope. I mean, technically 1 more cut, and it would work. So we got Larry down here. Oh, man, Jake is doing a lot. All right, so Jake is building a forward military base to respond even quicker. We got a lot of Jake here. I mean, they're getting ready to push so hard against Jeff right now. Oh no, Larry built this. Larry's doing a really good job at keeping his eyes in 2 different places. Oh, there it goes. Okay. I think they realized that this was not going to happen. Joel, if Joel got in on the north side, like into Larry, that would have been more of a game. But because he got held out, oh man, he just could not get it. And the trade was right there. Oh, Joel, I feel you. It was right there. So close. That was an excellent game. That would be very interesting to play that kind of game. Especially, yeah, when you only have 6 people. Instead of doing a 3v3, do a 2v2v2. Gosh, that was interesting. Love it. Alright, so Jake actually had a huge military score. Larry had the eco, technology goes to Joel, society goes to Larry, total score actually goes to Larry. So Jake had the military score, but the total score went to Larry, not by much. Okay, we'll go over here. Jake has most units killed, he's got a really good KDA. Actually, Larry has a really good KDA, just not nearly as many deaths as Jake did, but almost as many kills. So that's very impressive military-wise. Buildings raised goes to Jake. That's a ton more than anybody else. And lost the least. Largest army goes to Taylor. Eco. Larry almost takes it across the board. Set for stone. Which is surprising because he always builds so many castles. I mean, I guarantee you, yep, 14 castles, but did not have the more stone. I'm going to go ahead and give that one to Larry. To me, he got stars across the board. Nothing against Taylor. But Larry did build a crap ton more castles with that stone. Although Taylor probably built a lot of towers with it. He also sent the most tribute, and that was all going to Jake to kind of help him keep him afloat. Larry had the feudal castle. Jeff had the imperial. Yeah, castles go to Larry. Relics is a three-way tie between Jake, Joel, and Jeff. Joel getting him the earliest, barely. Winning out in the relic gold. Highest villager count goes to Jeff. And yeah, look at that graph. That was an excellent game. If I had to pick an MVP, I mean, yes, the team that won. I I can't tell who an MVP is between Larry and Jake. I kind of want to say Larry for doing so much in the middle, also holding off Joel up top. I mean, that counter walling and all the microing and the bombard cannons was super impressive. I feel you, Joel. Larry does that to me all the time because I like to cut into people. And if it's against Larry, I am frustrated 90% of the time. Yeah, I think I'll give it to Larry, but I think Jake was a close second. I mean, they were on the same team. They both played amazingly well. Good game, guys. Good game. Everybody played well. I think Larry and Jono, or sorry, Taylor and Jono played really well. It just eventually it got to the point where in the diplomacies of battle, just they were facing both of the other teams at the same time, and that is rough. I mean, you see it coming. Eventually, it's going to happen to somebody on that kind of battle, and it just happened to happen to them. So it's just really bad luck. I am curious if you guys actually had three separate chats, or if you guys were all in the same one. I hope not, because if you guys were all in the same one, then you really could play diplomacy. Like, oh, this guy's actually cutting into him. We're gonna back off, or we're gonna cut this way. Just super interesting. I guess I could have actually turned off the fog of war to see what everybody was seeing. That would have been interesting. Anyways, I gotta go. GG guys, can't wait to play one of those in the future. Ciao.